we about to chop the top. Take it all off. No, I'm playing.
Why not?
Maintain the top.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep a nice silhouette. Gonna blend into the perimeter right here. We're gonna taper underneath that. You know what I'm saying?
Underneath that.
Let's get it. Let's get it. The slick back on the top, the taper on the sides, the exposed blade razor on the eyebrows. We even got the Mizutani shears for the scissor cut on the top, as well as the beard. And I even am gonna get into a facial service that some people say isn't even belonging in a barbershop. I'm gonna tell you why it is. It's gonna be a little bit controversy in this video. I'm excited to talk about money. I'm excited to show you guys these new techniques. Let's get into it. Right here I have my number 3 guard, and I'm blending that straight into the perimeter that I created. I create a horseshoe parting, as you can see on the very top of his head. I comb that hair out of the way from the recession on both sides of the head, all the way back to the crown. And then I use a finger length part and I pull it down to the parietal ridge on the side of his head, and this helps me to create the perimeter. Then I use that number 3 guard on my Apprentice Masters and connect it to that perimeter. Now I'm using my wall seniors cordless, and I'm going up halfway. I created my first guideline at the bottom of the earlobes, and then I went up halfway open, and then I'm going closed after that to really just take out that very first bottom guideline. You can't be afraid to raise that thing up a little bit. I like to use multiple clippers on some of my haircuts, and there's some haircuts where I'll literally just use one. Last week I got the Barber Pro Gold FX clipper, and on my next YouTube video you'll see where I use literally just that clipper. But for this video I'm using the wall seniors. I'm also going to use the Apprentice Masters. And before I get into all the other services, the facial, I just wanted to go ahead and break down this taper and show you guys the method so you guys can see how I repeat the exact same steps on the back taper as I do on the side taper. So this is the number 1 guard. The lever is open. You can see it's very simple. You know, once I go at the lever open, halfway closed with no guard, I then repeat those steps with the guard. And then I'm going to wrap this Apprentice T outliner trimmer line all the way around his ears and start the next taper. One thing is to never let other people's opinions stop you from trying new things in the barbershop. So one way to limit your growth is to avoid adding new services, avoid doing the things that others are afraid to do or don't want to take the time to do. Some barbers don't even want to lean the chair back whenever they go to do the straight razor or clean up under the beard. You know, you're really going to set yourself apart by taking these actions. We create a different experience for our clients in the chair. You know, there's nothing we should worry about. There's no opinion of others that really changes the experience of the client in our chair. If we can give them a royalty 5-star experience and as well as a dope ass haircut, you know, they're gonna come back. And at the end of the day, the money you make as a barber is up to you. The clients you bring in as a barber is up to you. You know, how many hours you put in is up to you. Everybody wants to know, how much money does a barber make? Well, I'm here to tell you, it's all subjective. At the end of the day, it comes up to that individual person. How bad do they want it? You know, do they want to make 6 figures in a year? Do they want to make 20,000 in a year? Because I promise you, there's barbers that's doing both, and it's up to you to choose that. You know, we all have an identity, and it's like the thermostat on the wall. Are you a $100,000 a year barber? Because if so, eventually you're going to become that. Or are you comfortable where you're at? That's okay too. You just got to make sure you decide that, and then you can work your way towards it and be clear. A lot of people just don't have that clarity yet. That's one thing I can get a young barber to understand, is that he has to have a set goal, he or she, and then he has to just literally not give up. That's the only difference. Right here I have my Mizutani shears, scissor over comb method, to help me blend into the perimeter a little more. I just noticed that some of that bulk was still there. Right here I have my number 3 guard on my Apprentice Masters, cleaning up this beard, and then I'm going to go ahead and taper it in. So you guys notice I did the same taper method on the sides as I'm going to do here on the beard, which is to set my first guideline, and then I go open, closed, and then halfway. Right here is the number 0 guard. A lot of times it's an awkward position to line up the person's mustache, so I always ask him to go ahead and pull his lip down, and it creates more space for me. And right here I have the 0 guard, then I go to the Apprentice Masters with no guard, and I'm just blending in that very top part of the beard. And there is a full 40-minute tutorial version of this on my online program, which will be available soon. In the link in the description of this video, you can get a free version of this course. Go ahead and tag me in this video on Instagram. Let me know what you guys think of it. I want to know your favorite parts. I want to know who's really tapped in. I want to repost you so I can create this community and start showing love back to you guys that are always showing so much support. I appreciate every one of you guys. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and keep the beard as high as possible. And then I just want to begin detailing out the mustache, the beard, and show you guys the eyebrows before I do this facial service. Now right here, I'm asking him to pull his lip down, and then I'm going to just lightly tap on the very top of that mustache. And I'm just taking away a few hairs at a time because it's such a thin area, you don't want to remove too much hair. Now I'm going around the soul patch, and then I'm going to create the box shape right there on the chin. Right here you see I turn my trimmer upside down, and that allows me to create a perfect box right there on the very bottom. I'm always using my mirror. This is a crucial time when you're lining up someone's beard. It's the objects in in your eyes may lie to you. You got to use that mirror sometimes. This is my thinning shears as I just blended it into the sides. And now I'm going to blow dry the hair. I use some styling beach spray. I actually got it from Deluxe. And then I'm going to go ahead and blow dry his hair. And it has aloe vera as well as kelp in the ingredients of that beach spray to help protect the client's hair from any heat damage that may have happened without any products in there. Really, you want to achieve the shape after you create the volume. Now I have my Swing Lock Gold The Rich Barber razor right here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly how I create my exposed blade. So it's the two notches on the side of the swing blade. Instead of locking all the way in, I actually expose it, and it helps me to see exactly what I'm doing and get a much cleaner and crispier line. And now I'm using my Oster hand massager. This is my first hot towel. And then I'm going to show you guys the products I use. This is from Elegance. This is just a facial routine where literally I can give my client a facial from heaven. So sometimes you're going to hear barbers say that a facial doesn't belong in the barbershop, which it does. It adds more money to your pockets. I don't know about you, but I got into barbering because it was my passion, but not because of passion over paychecks. At the end of the day, every barber has a family to feed, they have a mom to take care of. For me, I know that every dollar I make has a purpose behind it. And so if this service is going to create more value for my client, if clients want it, it makes sense. You know, and if you enjoy doing it, there's nothing stopping you from doing it. So don't let anyone tell you you can't add a certain service. At the end of the day, you create the clients in your chair, you create the experiences, you create everything you're doing. It's all up to you. So I hope this video brought you guys some value. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.